Serial killers are just one, facet of things that I'm compelled to paint.
My name's Matthew Aaron. I'm an artist. I live in Indianapolis, Indiana. You're in my house. This is my office. I call it the Last Dime Museum.
My name's Joe Hiles. I started the webpage Serial Killer Central in 1997 or 98, I think it was.
We is, and was what is known as the world-famous Crawlspace brothers. You wanted the best, you got us. Deal with it.
We're gonna write songs that we want to hear. That, like, if we had found a band that's like, does these country and folk songs about serial killers, you'd be like, this is my favorite band ever.
It's history. These are the people that have affected our country in some of the worst ways possible. And these are some of the artifacts that remain from it.
This one's a children's song about everyone's favorite clown, John Wayne Gacy. La, la, la.
Yes. I'm glad to get to show it to you. I'm glad you get to see it here.
It's bigger than I thought that would be.
You're the first person that said that. Everybody else said, man, I thought it was going to be bigger. Gacy's art isn't the prettiest art. It's not the best. But like when you walk into a room where there's a Picasso or a Warhol, and you can tell immediately from across the room, Gacy's art has a way of hitting you like that. It's immediately identifiable, and you can feel it when you walk in.
John Wayne Gacy lives in the middle of my block. He dresses like a clown and sometimes a cop. Neighbors all think he's gay, but I think that he's okay.
And, it's marked on the back that it's the first one of the high hos. Larry, happy birthday. Since you like to be number one, I decided to give you the first one of the new hi ho. Best wishes, John. 88. This is oil number 579.
Moles murders. Ball murder.
Most people think, like, if you write these people, you think what they did is right. I don't agree with it, but that don't make it any less interesting. What they did was wrong, and I don't condone it. But now that it's done, I'm interested. I want to know why. What went wrong in their life to make them do what they did. And it's nothing. They're not heroes,
And this is the suit that Richard wore during his 1989 conviction as the Night Stalker.
I wanna spoon you like Richard Ramirez. Death comes with the territory. I wanna bathe myself in your blood. You maggots make me sick, you see.
I'm not a fan of the term murderabilia. I'll use it like talking to someone new, but between collectors, you hardly ever use that word. It's exploitive and tabloidish.
Charlie Manson's Spiders and Scorpions. The only one I've ever owned. This is a Manson spider. Made from his socks or whatever yarn, fabric he can find. He often dyes the fabric with Kool-Aid or whatever colors that he can get a hold of.
And I'm thinking, all right, Nazi coloring book, mobster coloring book, and then the idea came, how about a serial killer coloring book? And I knew nothing about the genre or the culture. This is the recently published best of the serial killer coloring book, and that's me.
But I think all of us deep down inside have that thing. It's like we want to hear these stories about these boogeymen.
It's only human for us to be able to respond to these people and continue to talk to them. And if you don't know what you've been through, you're gonna go through it again. I don't want history to repeat itself, and I think that there's a lot to be learned and understood about these people.
They are nevertheless, a human being, just like I am, and just like anyone. And so it's all still us, and that's what's most compelling.